dude flagged me down. He's like, man, there's someone passed out in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, fantastic.
Oh, I never remember
Typical
this.
Friday.
Yeah.
I walked in there. There's this chick just dropped a deuce in the toilet and
Oh
fell
my
asleep
God.
in the men's
Oh,
bathroom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Man, and I sat there and I was like, I can't go in there and grab her because she's technically, she's exposed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, I'm not going to deal with that. So I just called the cops. Cops came in there and just like
banged on the door,
banged on the door and like nudged her, a female cop, and she sat there and was like, you need to pull your pants up. And she just walked out like, oh my God, like where my girls at? Like, bitch, you just fell asleep taking a poop in the men's bathroom. Like, you gotta go. Like, you can't be here anymore. Like,
oh
not
shit.
gonna happen.
The fifth of him because there ain't no joke.
All right, Drink Tokens, episode 11. It's 11, right?
It's 11.
I can't believe it. We made it 11 weeks. First in-house guest right here.
Woo!
Can you believe it?
I hope everybody's got shots and has herpes.
We do. We got these shots right here.
Oh,
we got the JMO
shit.
shot.
Let's go.
Cheers, boys. Take a little of this White Claw action.
So yeah, this is Bay Area's own Mr. Too Tall. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Figured we cover some good topics. What's going on out in the streets?
Yeah,
that's right. So what is going on in the streets today? I heard Rob was at a birthday party.
Yeah. Was at DJ Ken's son's 18th birthday party. Remember DJ Ken?
Yeah.
He came in one night and his lady started a big brawl.
Yeah.
Well, not his lady, but
oh yeah.
It was his entourage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was like his posse of like freaking, I wouldn't say like just posse of street motherfuckers that were just literally like they like infiltrated the Brit, and it was like a 10 on 10.
It was a good one.
Rob was just dragging people out by the neck. I was dragging people out by their neck. There was people.
But it was girls though.
Oh yeah, the girls are the worst.
Yeah.
And it talk about women fights at bars are way worse than men. Men will just have a quick little, like 1-2 and get it over with. Women, they fight to the death. Straight up. They will throw purses, glasses, spit, kick, scream, anything. It's wild.
I think DJ Ken got sucker punched too.
Yeah.
Remember he lost his glasses?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was probably the biggest brawl we had. Was it Cinco de Mayo weekend?
Oh shit. It's coming up too.
Man, dude.
The anniversary.
Cinco de Mayo.
It was horrible, man. I remember at the end of the night, like, the bar manager, Ken, was just like, you know what, it's open bars for you guys. We're all sitting there wounded, busted lips, scratches.
I think Vince got hurt, remember?
Yeah, Vince, he did get hurt.
Some healthy mama kind of came down on him.
She put the big body on him.
Oh, shit. So it was like a straight scramble and they fell and she just like fucking squashed them. Sumo style. Yokozuna.
Yeah, big hungry. That's what I called her. She was out there just laying fools out. Like, she was not playing. Playing.
And I remember DJ Ken came out like after we cleaned up because his glasses were all tilted and he lost the like lens, and so he had to like look around the bar at the end of the night for his lens.
Damn.
I don't think I found him either.
That was crazy. That was a good story, man. True story.
I feel like guys with glasses always have it the worst. Because like you take away their superpower and then they're like, oh fuck, now what? I gotta get home.
Can't fight. Let's jack up.
You go home with the wrong old lady, you're in trouble, you cheated, you gotta get a divorce. Yeah.
That might be fun every once in a while, but go home at 2 with a 10, wake up at 10 with a 2. Like, what the fuck?
Man.
That's the strobe light talking about old hip hop stuff. So did you guys meet at the Brit? Is that where you guys first met, or was it?
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Yeah, sorry.
I got hired.
Yeah.
And I was there for, I'd say, about 2 months, and then I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Sonny
and Ben,
Sonny like asked you to come, or did you come in there? Something like that. Anyway, right, like they knew Rob and Rob was in. You know what I mean? So I met Rob when I already worked there, and he was like, it was crazy because like me and Rob were the biggest guys that worked there, so we were usually the door guys.
Oh shit!
So we were always at the door, and we caught the most shit, man. I'm telling you, there was a couple of sketchy times, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it out of this one tonight. You know what I mean? But
god damn, like people trying.
It was mostly like verbal attacks.
Yeah,
too,
straight up.
People would love to talk shit.
I'm not big body like Rob. I'm 6'8". Okay, so I'm tall.
Oh fuck!
And so both of us at the door. I mean, you weren't getting through us. You know what I mean? And I've seen Rob straight just chest hit a few people, and they thought twice about what they were gonna do.
Yeah,
we'll throw up a photo. We'll have to throw up a photo.
Yeah, it was fun. I definitely miss it, but some days I don't miss it. Like now, I can only imagine Cinco de Mayo weekend right now downtown. If the bars are at full capacity, it'd be horrible.
But I mean, like with the pandemic, though, I mean, you can't touch people, or how do you even check IDs, right?
Man, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're always worried about fake IDs. We can't touch IDs, and that's damn near impossible.
That's probably better, because women would like bring them out of the most nastiest places.
Oh man, there's a couple times I've seen girls pull out IDs, drop an 8-ball on the floor. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, and they'll like step on it with their heel and just like look up to the side like it didn't happen. Like, I can't let you in now. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Oh my god,
downtown, man, love it.
Yeah. I definitely miss it, but like if you saw where I'm at, we're light years away from like downtown San Jose. But I'm sure like every neck of the woods has got like a little cutty spot like that. But yeah, because we are coming up on Cinco de Mayo, so I'm glad you guys shared like a crazy ass story like that, because
those were always wild weekends. Yeah, people definitely cut loose.
Well, there's definitely like, because we had that previous episode, we talked about like St. Patrick's Day, but it's California, man. There's a lot more Latinos and Latino one-offs like myself and things like that, where it's fucking Cinco de Mayo. you get the Jose Cuervo or the Patron or whatever it is, and motherfuckers go nuts, man.
It's at 42, man. All those people coming out, they're like, I want 5 shots of 1942. In 30 minutes, they're just sauced completely. Straight up. They're going to Jack in the Box at nighttime. Like, can I get a large napkin and a boneless fork? Just drunk as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you should have left at like 10 p.m. Like, it's just not. It's ugly weekend. You know what I'm telling you?
Yeah, because people start drinking early. I think that's what it is.
God, they wake up drinking.
It's
unbelievable.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that's the life though we all want to get to, right? Is like that beach life. I mean, beach life in terms of like you're in Mexico and you got like the fucking margarita for 11 o'clock and then some food, and then you're like at night you're salsa dancing or some shit like that. But that's how I do it. The last time you guys saw each other, were you guys both working like at the bar, or were you guys hanging out? Or
pretty much we worked at the bar, and then obviously after we closed we always hung out.
Yeah, pretty much. I think last time I saw Rob was the day I quit that lovely establishment. You know what I mean? I had last altercation. I was like, man, fuck this place. I quit. Y'all gonna have to do it yourself. And I'm pretty sure Rob,
I cut out I think a little early.
Yeah, you did. You left early that day, and after you left, I'm like, dude, I'm in here with like there's me, 2 other guards, and about 400 people. I'm like,
oh fuck, dude.
So I stuck it out to like last fall, and I told him, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to bounce out. Like this ain't going nowhere for me. I got other shit I need to work on.
Yeah.
The bouncing was fun. I mean, for a single guy like
you
got ladies,
full advantage of it.
I'm sorry, that parking garage, there's a lot of weird shit happening in that parking garage after 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? Yeah, we were drunk riding electric scooters. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's shit.
Running around butt naked. It was fun.
What?
Yeah, it was a great time.
The San Pedro
parking
lot, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Can I ask? I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but for being tall, do you get like a full range of girls that are into you, or is it like
that's a good question? I like that.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what it is, man. These old heavy set gals. I'm telling you, they love me, and they try to get with me all the time. To be a knight, you got to slay a few dragons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I've definitely slayed a few dragons, and I've also met some like solid 9s there a couple times. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that you hook up with in the morning. They're like, oh my god, block you. I have a boyfriend. I'm like, all right, fuck it. It was good. It was cool while it lasted. And they come by like next weekend with their boyfriend. You're like checking her boyfriend's ID. Like, damn, I just like banged your girlfriend in the back of my truck last weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, You guys have a great night. Come on in.
Yeah,
It's just
like and respect to the heavy women too that are shooting their shot. But
hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know, big girls need love too. And I'm sorry, those are the ones with the best jobs. They'll take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cook you
like
breakfast, all that. I love them.
They usually
Yeah.
have good credit too.
Straight up.
That's cool.
Damn
It's
it.
easy money.
Yeah, it is easy money, and it's just
right?
like you get free alcohol, free food, the girls, and it's just, I mean, it's really chill. Me being the door guy, you know, I'm good at catching fake IDs, and you know, just be chill. Don't try to. The worst person to piss off is the bouncer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't need my boss's permission or bartender's permission to kick your ass out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't piss off the bouncer.
It's like one of the last jobs you can act like that.
Yeah.
You
really.
can't act like that in corporate America, at Applebee's, or you name it. Bouncing is like the last kind of fun job you can tell someone, stop, go, fuck you, leave.
Straight up.
I like you. What's your phone number? Bathroom's over there. Take a hike.
Yeah.
Where else can you where else can you talk in that manner?
Straight.
You can't really talk like that.
It's unfiltered word. The way I look at it.
And there's no HR.
Yeah, no. And the owner is always happy with you. It seems like, you know what I mean? Like, why'd you kick that guy out? Oh, because he was talking shit and cussed the bartender out. Cool, right on, man. Doing a great job.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Why'd you drag him out by his neck? You know what I mean? Like, this is what happened. He's like, all right, cool, great job. Like, perfect. Like, this is all right.
Yeah.
I watched my uncle do it growing up,
Yeah.
and he bounced at a lot of like beer gardens in Redwood City, and I seen he always bring home like fat stacks of cash, and I'm like, dude, I want to do that when I get older. So,
Right.
you know, I ain't really the most sharpest tool in the shed, but hey, I'm gonna use my size to my advantage. And I've had a lot of bars call me and try to get me to go work for them. It's easy money.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd ever give it up, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't do it all year round. So
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's definitely
It takes a toll on you.
yeah, straight up.
What's sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
I've seen Big Rob here put in some work, man.
No, I'm
Put
on
in
the nice
some work.
side.
Let's hear that. Let's hear that.
He's a nice guy. Like, it was funny.
You gotta use your mind first. Your
Straight
mind.
up, when they're the
mind.
craziest people Rob would deal with, Rob would just walk up and be like, you know what? It's all good, man. Like, it's all chill. And they'd be like, you know what it is? And I'm sitting here like, fuck this guy. Like, straight up.
You do it so many years. It's
They
like
confide
Jedi.
in Rob. Straight up.
Yeah.
He's what you call a cooler in the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Rob's
yeah.
a cooler, but I've also seen him drag people out. So
It's tough.
Yeah.
I love it.
The times have changed though.
Yeah.
Times have changed. But
But
this guy also, real quick, while we were on the pandemic, this guy got into the cannabis business, right? A little bit. This guy took a shot at the cannabis business.
Oh man. So
Tell us about that.
I started off obviously like every other young person in black market and stuff, and I was like, man, I always want to work in the cannabis industry.
And that's huge around the Bay Area.
Yeah, it is.
The
And
dispensaries are really making hand over fist.
I was sitting there,
legally.
Yeah, I agree. I was sitting there one day on Indeed, a job search website, and I was sitting there, and it was like, I'm not gonna say the club name, but they were hiring, and I was like, shit, I just sent in my resume, and it called me the next day. I come in for an interview. I was like, oh, shit, for like it was a weed delivery driver.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, okay, that was cool. And I did it, went through the whole legality process, all that good stuff, and I started doing it, and it was cool for the first couple of weeks. And
yeah,
then
I saw
smoked.
You had a lot of posts and looked like they were giving you stuff.
Oh yeah, they would give me like
stuff.
give me free stuff all day, every day. It was crazy. Never bought weed when I worked there because they would just give you a whole bunch of stuff.
No.
But I drove the delivery car. I drove around and had cameras all over it, tracking devices, all that stuff.
Oh, it's just you're not like
freaking fired me. They fired me because I smoked my little vape pen in the car on camera, and apparently it goes against code. And I cussed one of my coworkers out because he was a pussy and a little sensitive. So I was just like, you know what? I was like, maybe this isn't the job for me. Maybe I just need to go back to bouncing. Maybe maybe customer service isn't my get down, and I don't think it is. So
no, me and Mark talked about that last episode about do's and don'ts of corporate world and what you can say and can't say. You definitely have to be strategic now when you
for sure,
right?
I can't have a hard time trying to I'm not gonna sit here and like I can eat a little bit of shit, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna continuously eat shit to make you happy, you know what I mean? Maybe this job ain't for me and I gotta go somewhere else. But
that's always the hardest thing, especially when it's like somebody who you know either you can't respect, like if it's a long-term sort of relationship, or if it's short term and you just haven't built that level of respect at all, like right out the gate, 2 weeks, shit. If you're already getting shit from somebody in 2 weeks, it's a little bit like, what the fuck? Yeah, what kind of environment is this? Like, I'm not signing up for some job where people are going to be fucking with me. So with that whole delivery thing, are you delivering to customers, or are you delivering to like a wholesale to a retail, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's
the quick gist of it is people would place their order online. Anyone can place an order online after you do your ID verification. And it's mainly residential, houses.
Oh yeah.
I've delivered weed to soccer moms with their kids running around the front yard. I just roll up with my satchel. You know what I mean? Like, I sell them their sack. I've rolled into Wells Fargo.
Wow.
I've rolled into freaking the Farmers Insurance Agency and just sold weed right there in the middle of the lobby while there's people on their computer. Like,
oh shit,
man, I've been to a couple places. I mean, I've met a dude right in front of the police department. You know what I mean? Like, he literally just got out of jail. He legally ordered it, like, and was standing in front of the police department. I'm like, dude, if I catch a case for this right now, I made sure I have my badge showing, my cannabis club. Oh shit, my cannabis club badge.
It sounds like it's DoorDash.
Yeah, that's literally what
DoorDash.
It's DoorDash for weed. It's intense, and I've been in some sketchy situations. Our credit card machines went down for 2 weeks, so I had to roll around with like 1,500 and change.
Oh my god!
And I'm in like East Side San Jose, off of like McLaughlin at like 10:15 at night. I'm like with my work phone trying to find an address, and I'm like, oh man, if I get robbed, like this is gonna be a bad day.
Right. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, you figure like even cab drivers, you go any city, it's like we carry like fucking less than $20 in change or some bullshit like that. Yeah. Nowadays, I mean, that was back in the day. Now everything's credit card, but damn.
That's the things you do around here to hustle, though. It's not easy to make it in the Bay Area.
Dude, I saw something that was like, I mean, each place their own in the stage of your life, but like they were saying, like In-N-Out was like, where were we? In Santa Rosa area, but it was like $20 an hour. So I think just in general, like a lot of shit these days has to pay more, especially during the pandemic. But still, it's like the cost of living is so fucking high. It's like, what do you have to make much.
You gotta have a hustle,
yeah, you gotta have a side hustle. You gotta do something, to make.
Yeah, one income's not gonna cut it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line in the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's why, like, when I hear, like, I mean, for, like you said, mention DoorDash or Uber or shit like that. Like, I know a lot of people do it, and shout out to them for doing that shit. But I don't know if I want to be, spending. I'm not a big driver, so like driving around and doing a lot of shit. Like I used to do that, like back in the day. I worked in Palo Alto, and I'd like do delivery for this plumbing company, and I'd go up to the city, and my shit is I'd always fall asleep, probably because we were drinking in the fraternity house all the goddamn time. So I never got like deep REM sleep. So I'd be like driving to the city and like falling asleep, and then like trying to tell myself like, oh, I could sleep for 1 second, or I try to like pull over to the side of the road and shit like that. But anyways, I can't do the delivery shit, but shout out to anyone that's doing that stuff for the that.
Tips, man. The tips are cool. My uncle does $1,000 a week plus doing like Instacart and DoorDash, and he only works like 6 hours a day.
Damn.
Plus tips. I mean,
that's probably where they make the money. Tips.
Yeah, he said he met a girl at Costco, an older lady at Costco one time. She has no problem making $5,000 a month just doing
holy shit.
I'm like, what? But there's a hustle to it. It's not just getting an order and go.
Right.
It's like you got to have a strategic plan to do it. But there's people out there making thousands and thousands of dollars a month doing it. I'm like, I can't see myself doing it. I hate driving.
Yeah.
So, plus, you're grocery shopping for these people.
Exactly. And if you don't know the way the grocery store is laid out.
Oh it probably takes you forever.
Yeah, if you don't know how to navigate through a grocery store, like I can't navigate. I always end up in a damn bakery. You know what I mean? So like straight up, I'm like, it wouldn't be a job for me either.
In the bakery.
That's hilarious. You say that shit. I've been doing that with my daughter. I'll be like, you start to go down like one side all the way back around, and then you're like, fuck, I fucking forgot this thing, and you go all the way back, and then you're like going back. I'd spend like half the time just walking around the goddamn place.
Straight up,
So I want to go back real quick to the bartending or the bouncing gig. So so you said like the bar, and when we had the bartender, what's her name? The lady, the girl, Veronica. So we had like, it seemed like the relationship between the workers is pretty cool, but what's like a flagrant foul for the bouncer, like whether it's between the bouncer and the owner or the other like bar staff? Like if you're a bouncer, like what's something that's going to get you in trouble for, you know,
You say a few, I'll say a few, because I got
To
a
get in
list of shit
trouble.
that
Oh,
gets
yeah?
you in
to
trouble.
get in trouble with the bartender
with
or owner?
ownership. Yeah, with somebody either in the ownership or the who works at the bar.
Like a big hidden agenda, right? You're
Yeah.
a bouncer
Yeah.
slash part-time fill in the blank. Am I right?
Yeah, you know, really, really.
Yeah.
You ain't
Right?
lying.
You're
So
the
if you're-
bouncer, but yeah, you have a huge hidden agenda.
Okay.
It's like the bouncer is is like even bartenders. Bartenders are probably worse than us, but you're a bartender and you're something else while you're there. You know, I don't think owners like that. They don't.
So like
they
you
hate
could be,
hidden agendas.
you could be slinging something. You could be just
Whatever.
like, you know, letting your whole
Whatever.
posse in all the time. You could be fucking selling t-shirts out the back of your car.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you're overcharging for anything. Whether you're charging at the door and there is no covered charge, or you're upcharging liquor.
Oh
So
yeah,
I think that's what owners say.
yeah.
That's more the business side. But go ahead.
What are some things that would get someone kicked out of the bar? That would make a bouncer kick him out of the bar, have a bartender flag down a bouncer and have someone.
Well, I was telling Marcos this, and this is crazy when they don't tip.
Yeah,
That's
they're not big
crazy. That
tippers.
is crazy.
Especially female bartenders.
yeah.
They
sure
get
does.
mad on no tip or a super low tip.
Yeah,
And they'll figure out a way for us to ask them to leave.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
you said, hidden agenda. I mean, it's got to be sly being a bouncer. I mean,
Yeah.
at a bar, man, there's multiple reasons to get, you know, booted out or automatically get on the shit list. Don't come up with a bad attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I've had guys come up and just like, give me their ID, like I'm just a scum of the earth, and I've literally flipped it back at them, like, you can take that shit down the street. What are you gonna do right here? Because if you're acting like this at the door, you haven't even got inside yet. I can only imagine how you're gonna act inside. And the whole like snapping your finger at a bartender, like trying to get a drink, like they see you. They're
they
pros. You know what I mean?
They hate that.
They hate that. And don't try to go do an 8-ball of coke in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, because we could tell when it looks like you just, you know, took a powder donut and smashed it to your face. You know what I mean? Like,
or you're in there too long.
Yeah. Oh man, me and Rob have caught people doing coke in the bathroom, having sex in the bathroom. I had to call San Jose PD one time because some dude flagged me down. He's like, man, there's someone passed out in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, fantastic.
Oh, I remember
Typical Friday.
Yeah.
I walked in there. There's this chick just dropped a deuce in the toilet and fell asleep in the men's bathroom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Man, and I sat there and I was like, I can't go in there and grab her because she's technically, you know, she's exposed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, I'm not going to deal with that. So I just called the cops. Cops came in there and just like,
banged on
the door and like nudged her, a female cop, and she sat there and was like, you need to pull your pants up. And she just walked out like, oh my god, like where are my girls at? Like, bitch, you just fell asleep taking a poop in the men's bathroom. Like, you gotta go. Like, you can't be here anymore. Like,
oh shit,
happened. Some crazy stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of shit you can do. Just be respectful, man. Tip your bartenders. The bouncers don't want to argue with you. We don't want to kick you out. We'd rather just stand there all night and watch people and chill.
And look at women and what?
Yeah, we just want to sit there and chill. Don't be a douchebag and don't walk in there with your chest out thinking you'll get some pussy. You know what I mean? Like,
we have first dibs.
Yeah, straight up. Like, don't try to holler at one of our girls because your ass is gonna be out and she's still gonna be in here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hidden agenda.
You got to mark it with like a neon marker or something, which we could tell. These 6 chicks are spoken for. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking about today, but I was thinking about like, because like, you know, when we go visit Rob or somebody at the bar, and then like you guys are always have like the cool, like serious look going, like nothing could faze me. You know, you also have your head on a swivel, so I understand that. But then there's like, you know, like if we're in there and we're getting all faded and we're just like, hey, you know, it's like, you know, you start to end up on a radar too, but it's like, you don't mean to, but it's just kind of fun. Like, that's the other thing. I wonder if like you guys have experiences where like somebody, you know, is like causing trouble and then you got to like, you know, maybe Rob has got to be the cooler or somebody. Where
well, a lot of regulars would do that. Sometimes regulars can get out of hand on purpose because they're regulars. They feel like, this entitlement, like I know the bouncers, I know the owner, so I'm gonna shoot my mouth off, and then go tell Too Tall to come over here. Yeah, it's right. You know, it's jacked up because I've seen a couple quick situations. It's like we had the was it Mayweather Pacquiao fight? Were you there for that? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. It's right there. Check it out. No, that's another poster.
We sat there. It was like a $30 cover charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'd have regulars to come up all the time, and they would there'd be like 30 people in line. They would try to come right to the front, like, oh, excuse me, like, hey, no, hold up. Like, you gotta wait your turn. Like,
they don't want to pay either.
Yeah, they don't want to pay. It's like, so if I let you in here for free, I'm gonna tell all these 30 people on why you just got in for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's jacked up. It's not right. Like, be respectful, and I don't care if you know the owner, because I'm still gonna kick your ass out. And he's still gonna sign my check on Friday. So just be cool. Don't be a douche. Be respectful. You know what I mean? Wait your turn. You'll get in there. Trust me. We know who you are. We know what you already drank. You know, we know where you sit. Like, just, I mean,
we were talking. Chill. Yeah, we were talking about last podcast. There's almost a plaque, right, where people sit.
Mm-hmm.
They sit at the same place in the bar.
Yeah.
They go smoke in the back at the same place. It's like. Yeah.
And some regulars, man, I met some cool regulars. I've had regulars bring me food.
Buy
me drinks. I've had a couple regulars every time they come up to you and hug you, ask how you're doing. I've had regulars offer me jobs.
Oh, that's cool.
It's crazy. Yeah, so some of them are real good people, and some of them are just entitled.
What about that one girl? Remember, you were wearing like a gold chain. I said, where the hell did you get that gold chain? And you said, that girl over there.
All right, listen, okay.
That was a funny story, man.
If my family's watching this, I'm apologizing in advance. But so this woman, we're gonna call her G, was married to this guy, and they both are regulars at the bar.
Yeah.
They were having problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she wanted a piece, so you wanted a piece too tall. You know what I mean? So like, why have the old bull? We can have a young buck. You know what I mean? So she sat there and we exchanged numbers, and I was like, your husband's here with you, and she was like, it's fine.
That was weird.
It's fine. Weird. I was like, all right, fuck it, you only live once. So she literally, I did the math. She sent me about $38,000 in the period of about 8 months.
What the
She'd
fuck?
take me to like, I would randomly message her like, hey, good morning. She'd be like, oh, here. She sent me a Zelle, like $500 like every day. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. And she was like, your birthday's coming up. Like, let's go to the mall. And I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm going to cash out. So I went to the mall.
You were like the hoe. In this particular,
technically, I was like helping myself out. You know what I mean? And she wanted, she wanted a little piece every once in a while. And if that's all I got to do to get all that money,
you had a nice gold chain, though.
She did. Yeah, we walked into this place called Hidden Hype in Oak Ridge, and I was looking at a couple, hoodies and some hats, kind of more, a little bit higher end shit. And I was like, man, I really want that. And if she wasn't going to get it, I was going to buy it myself. Right. So we sat there, and we walked by the jewelry case. And there was this Cuban link. I'm talking, this thing was huge, gaudy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was like $900. And I was like, that's nice. And she just looked at the dude and was like, I want that right now. Buy it. And I was like, put it in a bag. And I was like, oh shit. So she got that, and
she got other things.
Man, we had to do I had to do something weird in the parking garage. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it is what it is. She paid for a whole trip to Tahoe, and it was really weird. But I was just like, man, I was riding it out, and she just had a savings account stuffed. Husband made hella money, so like every time it's fucked up, man. It's jacked up. Every time her husband see me, like, hey, what's going on, too tall? And I'm just sitting here like,
yeah, you're like in the thick of it.
Yeah, but come to find out, he was banging other chicks all along, so I really don't feel bad for it at all.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? But now they're happily divorced. She's bankrupt, and he's still rich.
Oh yeah, that's how it works, right?
So I guess
that's like a Bay Area love story.
It is what it is. I rode the wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
oh my god!
I wouldn't want to be seen in public with her.
Do you still have that chain, and do you still rock it?
Yeah, honestly, I had that chain for about a year after that, and I have a little brother, which is 13, 14, and he's into like the big, like that. It was like rap jewelry. It's like you know what I mean?
Right.
So she sat there, and I was like, you know what? I don't wear this thing. You can't wear it with anything because it's so big and just like popping. You know what I mean? It's just ugly, but it was nice. If that makes sense. So I gave it to my little brother, and he's literally in middle school wearing this freaking thick Cuban link chain, and his teachers are just like, where'd you get that? You know what I mean? So like every time I video chat him or see a picture of me, he has this damn chain on. I'm like,
That's
know what?
Sweet.
Hey, I'm glad. I was like, I'm glad you have that. He wears it every day. He loves it. And I was like, oh,
yeah, that's
works
a good
for me.
story.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a good story.
Wild.
Wow. Yeah, I wonder what it's like to be like to have a sugar mama, sugar daddy.
Love it.
You love it.
Love it.
If that's
Dude, I love it.
If that's a career choice, we're gonna say go for that.
Well, women been doing it for years, right?
I've been on the dating sites like Tinder, Bumble, and hopefully like my future girlfriend doesn't see this. But man, I've had like these
the love advice. Bring us the love advice.
I love the women. I love the women that wake up on Sunday. They're like, in their 40s. They just want to cook breakfast, go garage sailing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I like that.
And it's cool. Guess what? They got AARP benefits. So that's 50. That's 50. Hey,
AARP.
That's 50% off at Denny's. You know what I mean? Nice. So I'll take you to Denny's, baby, but you gonna get the check and I'm gonna pay for it. Bam, bam.
Right.
So they get discounts, and some of them may have leg problems, handicap. We get the front of the line.
There you go.
Or we get priority seating at the concert. So I use it to my advantage. Yeah.
This is good info. What's the dating life like during the pandemic?
Let me tell you something. These hoes are hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. Okay. So
I got that line ready.
It's fact. Like they just want to pop Xanax and drink Hennessy, and I'm not about that. But it's just they it
sounds like a recipe.
It is. I mean, I can't do. I'm 25. I'm a little young. Been out here for a while or forever. Feels like shit. But the older women are just way more simple. You know what I mean? They want to go wine and cheese pairing and shit in the freaking Napa. Like I'll do that any day before I go jump around at Tres Gringos or San Jose Bar and Grill. Dude, I'm gonna get into some shit there. I don't know. Like right now, really. I mean, I hate to say it. Like respectfully, all there is to do is like date and spend time with women. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing else. Especially
that's like your sensitive side.
In the worst part of the pandemic, there was nothing to do besides stay at home with a significant other, have fun,
put on a movie.
You know what I mean? Yeah, put on a movie, do whatever. Make a pandemic baby, stuff happens.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a terrible plan though. I mean, like you said about the wine tasting and getting on like a day trip and spending a weekend like that. That sounds cool, man. I've
had my fair share of trouble, been in trouble. I don't want to do that, that hot shit anymore. I just want to chill. You know what I mean? I don't know jack about wine or cheese.
Right.
But I'll go with you to Napa and we could try it and make grapes with our feet and act like we're in love and all that good stuff. Like I'd rather do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do all that bar hop.
Make a TikTok video.
Yeah, smoking weed in the car with all the I don't do that with the young. I can't stand young women. Girls my age, I can't do it. You got to be like 35 or better. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like it. We're gonna make a profile here.
Freshly divorced. You know what I mean?
Divorced.
Straight up.
It sounds like AC's recipe. Buddy of ours. He loves that recipe.
There's no drama with them. You know what I mean? They just want to cook and watch freaking Dr. Oz and sit on the couch. You know what I mean? So I'm riding it out. I'm taking it.
They want to assess their best friend's health problems. And,
straight up.
That's good advice then to people that are looking for a date.
Man. Older women is the way to go, but you can't. If you date an older woman, you have to act like an older male. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Like I crack jokes, and I'm a little rough around the edges at times. But when you're with an older woman, you gotta make sacrifices. You know what I mean? You got to do shit that they want to do. They don't listen to the music you want to listen to.
This is deep, Mark.
Yeah, this is deep. He's like he's reading my mind.
You can't get in the car and start bumping like Moneybag Yo or Tupac. You got to put on like Mark Morrison or the Bee Gees. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Return of the Mac. You know what I mean? Like you got to know how to two-step. Holding the door open. Stuff like that. Older women, it's just you got to put a little bit of work, but the reward's a lot better.
Wow, I like
Listen to that, all you young kids out there.
I'm telling you.
Young fuckers, wake up.
Yeah.
I like
it. Older women bring you lunch to work.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
That's underrated. Yeah.
Man, I love it.
Because it makes them happy.
Straight up. Oh my God, I got to feed them today. So I'm going to feed you something tonight. It worked out. You know what I mean?
It's a fair trade. Going back to the dating sites, like Rob and I acknowledge like we missed that whole window. So what are what's the best site, would you say? And
so it really depends. If you're just looking for something quick on a Friday night, I would probably have to say Tinder.
Is it a younger? Is it a younger crowd on Tinder or?
Man, I've seen 60-year-olds on there.
60.
Man, you know what I mean? I keep my age spectrum open.
Oh my god!
So you know what I mean? I've seen girls on there, older women on there, saying how they want a younger man, and they got prescription painkillers to trade and all that good stuff. Like it gets crazy. You know what I mean? But
what the fuck?
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's it. I've seen some crazy stuff on there. Tinder is definitely for one night stand stuff like that.
Yeah.
And 3 Fun is another one night stand.
What is it?
3 Fun.
3 Fun.
It's an app. It's
That's new. I've never heard of that.
It's girls that just want to experiment with their sex life. So it's like
wow,
it's like dedicated to that.
Yeah, you just go in there and do whatever you want. I guess it's kind of trashy. I don't really like it too much, but
that's interesting.
Yeah, but like for more relationship long term, I'm on Bumble.
Okay,
Bumble's a good one. There's a lot more definitely high class established like long-term relationship women on there than Tinder. And I've been trying this Facebook dating too.
Oh yeah,
Facebook dating has a thing on there too. You gotta be careful because I've seen some people with some mutual friends. I'm like, shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
creep out of that.
Yeah, the Facebook world is not as big as people think.
Yeah, so Facebook dating and Bumble is more long-term. If you just want something quick on a Friday, Saturday, Tinder, 3 Fun.
3 Fun.
Old Farmers Only. You know
Farmers
what I mean?
Oh shit, is that still going? I haven't seen a commercial.
Man, they got
for that.
Farmers Only, Christian Mingle. You know what I mean?
There's on there.
Christian Mingle's fun. That's oh man.
Are you Christian or do you just like to mingle? Is that
I'm
a
Tyler? That's what I mean, like, I don't, it's that shit.
Oh man,
that's
just how they get them.
Yeah, straight up. I've seen
that's a couple. They get them.
I've seen women's descriptions talking about like I want to like a man that's dedicated his life to Jesus, and I'm in her inbox like, baby, I'm here. Straight up.
What's it got to take?
Yeah, you know what I mean. I know the Bible a little bit, so I'll recite some verses, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're hooked!" Bam.
I like it. I like it. It's like a hustle. That's a good hustle.
I gotta stop doing all this stuff in a couple of years, anyways. I'm young. I got a couple more years left in me. I gotta calm my ass down.
Oh, well, it's interesting because it does sound like you're very smart, and like you said, kind of like you're kind of hinting towards the long term, maybe. So you kind of have it in your sights. You're just kind of like trying to figure that out, like down the road a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard finding someone like older that would date a younger person because they don't think you're serious being younger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I mean, really, I'm not in a rush to do anything. I have like 4 different jobs. I'm saving up much money as I can so I can get out of Santa Clara County. And
where do you want to go?
I want to go to Redding.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Which isn't too much further.
You know, Redding's it's a podunk ass country town. You know what I mean? But I've seen, like I told you earlier, we've seen apartments up there for anywhere from $500 to like $850, $900 a month, and I've seen 3-bed, 2-bath houses from $1,200 to $1,500 a month.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Not around here. Yeah, you'll get this. You'll get the studio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For $1,000 a month, right here.
Yeah, it's expensive everywhere.
I just like that sense of, you know, I bought my house in Oklahoma when I was 19. I told you for $28,000. Like, it was nice. I like that sense of independence, a place I can put my tools, like my house.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm tired of renting a room, having to split everything. I don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to make it around here.
So Redding is calling my name. It's country, you know what I mean? My truck, they got dirt roads out there.
But you just got your Santa Clara tattoo though.
I did, yeah.
I got your Santa Clara tattoo.
I got Santa Clara blasted across my back. Hey, you know what? I'll represent wherever I'm at. When I was in Oklahoma, when I was doing time in Oklahoma, I got 408 on my arm, and they were like, "Where's 408 at?" I'm like, "San Jose." They're like, "Oh, where's that?" I'm like, "Oh, San Jose." They're like, "Oh, San Francisco." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, San Francisco."
Right.
Like, I've never heard of San Jose. I'm like, "You ever heard of Mac Dre?" They're like, "Nah." And I was like, "Conversation over." You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna end this here.
If you don't know Mac Dre, you're not gonna know the Bay.
Dude, I just heard this. Sorry, a quick diversion. I just heard Shaq. He was going like they were asking. He was on all the smoke, right?
Yeah.
And so they were asking him which top 5 rappers, and he's like, "Can I break it down like East and West?" And when he got to the West, he was like Snoop. He started with E40, Snoop, Ice Cube,
Pac. He named
Pac, and then he said Dre. And so then like everybody in the comments was like, "You mean Mac Dre?" Because they're like, ain't fucking Dre, Dr. Dre ever like, you know, because they say like some folks like ghostwrited his shit. But then, but then obviously with Dr. Dre, it's like he's got the fucking best albums ever. So you can't really like, whether it's NWA or his own shit, you can't really hate too much on the product. But it's like as a lyricist, you may want to go too.
But at least Shaq mentioned the Bay with E40.
Yeah, I like that too. Like, yeah, for sure. Or you put E40 on the list. E40 is like fucking super underrated. But if you just put his slaps on, you're gonna fucking have shit to drive around forever.
E40 is a lyrical genius.
Yeah,
he really is, man. If you listen to his lyrics, I mean, rap about anything.
And he's old too.
It's hard to do. And he puts on for Vallejo, Vallejo.
Yeah, Vallejo.
Puts on for Vallejo tough, and his flow can't compete with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he came out with what? We were in high school. At least I think I was in high school, and then his style was a lot faster back then. It was kind of like Twista or somebody. But now it he slows it down to the, like you said, like he can just talk about anything, and he's got like he's like a mogul nowadays, so he can talk about like making money, whether it's the liquor or the store restaurants and shit he has.
You're gonna have to go to Reading and bump Bay Area music.
Have you guys speaking of E40? Have you guys tried that Earl Stevens wine or Earl Stevens?
No. I've seen it. He's got like a bunch, right? He's got like a lot of shit.
Slurricane.
I tried the 40. I got the E40.
Did you?
That was
like
good.
It?
That was good malt, smooth malt liquor.
He's
got a 40 E40,
and he's got like hard liquors too now, right?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he's got like a tequila. It's called like
you're right.
Quarenta or I can't say that, but you know what I mean, like E40 in Spanish.
yeah. Everybody's doing tequila now. Everybody's doing tequila.
I don't know how they do that. Oof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good marketing though.
Fuck yeah, especially if your name is E40 and you sell yourself as the 40 ounce drinking champ. You better fucking. Yeah. We need a fucking liquor for our fucking podcast.
We're gonna do a shot to that.
Okay, yeah, do that. I gotta get a different drink, but
I'm about to Uber out of here, Rob.
I'll give you some food. Don't worry.
Man. I got a warning last week. It was be careful with Rob. He likes to pour, get you drunk and then film you.
Yeah, no, get another drink. You got to get up.
I got one actually.
I'll close the bar with this guy. I've seen how much he drinks.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Cheers
to you guys. Thank you for coming on, Tuto.
Thank you.
I remember when we closed down the bar. Where would we go then? We called it the 90s.
Oh yeah, right? On the side of the Brit. Yeah,
we used to go on the side of the Brit.
Was there a bar there, or what was it?
No, I think it was the waitresses.
Concrete. It was the kick it area.
I like it.
It was pretty bootsy, but it was fun.
It was like everyone would be out there, smoking their weed, drinking. Cops would roll by. We all tuck it. Every single one of us have our security shirt on.
Yeah.
So every time, like it was our time. It was our time to kick it and drink,
2 a.m.
and talk shit.
Yeah.
And if any of us, never Rob, but if any of us, hooked the female, you know what I mean?
Beat you out there.
Yeah. We tell them like, hey, like we kick everyone out of the bar, and if we had a motto, if you're not fucking anyone here, I'll you gotta leave. Or something like that. You know what I mean?
Here it is.
So you see a couple girls run out to the back, and they sit in the back while we're closing up the bar, and we go on like the side of the Brit, like off.
I think it was 90s because the waitresses, it was the section called the 90s.
See, I never knew that. That's good to
know. Like when you were in the restaurant business, Mark.
Yeah.
The tables are numbered.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the 90s was the table section.
Oh, okay.
So we never knew that.
We always said we'll be at the 90s at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Drinking.
That's dope. I like.
We used to trade off bottles.
Yeah.
It's your turn to buy a bottle. No, it's my turn, and we bring Tito's was like the thing, right?
It was.
It was like Tito's. I don't know why.
Because when I became, they made me head of security.
It's plain. It's like the plainest one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good vodka though.
It is.
Yeah. I always get Tito's. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
They sat there and they made me head of security, which was like really kind of irrelevant because like nothing changed. Like just in case
it was a title.
Yeah. If a bouncer got in trouble, then it was like my ass. I was like, this is stupid, but everyone voted Tyler. Everyone voted for me to do it. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I guess it came with a slight pay raise, but like around like 1 o'clock, the bouncers would like huddle up and be like, all right, someone has to run across the street to the liquor store on the clock still and go get a bottle. Because by the time we got out of the bar, the liquor store was already closed. So we'd have to
always
sit there.
What was that young dude? He'd always go. What was his name?
Was it
Huff.
Yeah, we sent Huff. Huff would run across the street on the clock.
He was like the pledge, the fraternity pledge.
he'd be running back down the street with like a 30-pack of Modelo and a fat, and he'd be like running to the back of the Brit. We still got people in there drinking, and he would just stash it in the back, so we had our shit to drink. It was crazy.
That was fun though.
It was some good times.
And other bars knew we hung out there, and they would come.
Yeah.
Other bar industry people would come to our 90s area.
Yeah, and our manager and our manager, old long hair. I don't want to say his name, but damn near said it. But he would come out there and
he would.
He'd come out there and he'd look and be like, "You guys are stupid," and just what I mean. He'd like let us drink, let us smoke, and that was our time to hang out. And it was cool because we'd be out there drinking, smoking, doing our thing, and we would just stand there and watch Santa Clara Street and just watch all the fights, the drunk people fall over, girls throwing up on themselves. It was comedy. I have so many videos on my phone of shit that just happened outside of the Brit, just standing there watching. It was awesome. It's good.
Yeah, that was like a witching hour, 2:30 a.m.
Yeah. Ubers everywhere, cops everywhere.
Yeah. People, women and men just taking a leak anywhere.
Right. That's the crazy part about downtown San Jose. It's like I always was like, why is this fucking little downtown not popping? I mean, it popping like people wise, but not like super corporate or like a big downtown. Yeah. But then it just gets so fucking lit that like it'll never move past that because it's too goddamn fun. There's too much fucking variety going on. Like no one's ever gonna change that shit.
It's a one-stop shop. I mean, San Pedro Square, you got 5 Points, Brit, Flats, Farmers, was Opal or Opal, whatever it is. Yeah. And you got the San Pedro Market.
You can go eat
SP2. You know what I mean? You had literally you could just walk in a square and hit 8 different bars, 7 different bars. You know what I mean? And it would be
Spaghetti Factory. Did you work at Spaghetti Factory?
No, I worked next door. It used to be called the Tide House.
The Tide House. Yeah, that's old school.
It's something else now. I don't know what
Peggy
it is.
Sue still there?
Peggy Sue.
Oh, I remember that place. Yeah. Peggy Sue. Yeah.
That was the best drunk place to eat after the bar.
Yeah. They had big ass beers too.
They hated us at 2:30 in the morning.
Who wouldn't?
We're all in there with our tip money, just sauced. Get the food all over the place. It was horrible, stupid. Loved it.
I couldn't believe that, man. Then it'd be like 3:30, almost 4 a.m.
They still be open. There's a lot of money coming in the door. You know what I mean? All the drunk people want to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they always have some like bulky dude working at like 3 a.m. in Peggy Sue because he got to bounce anyone out.
It's like not Super Tuck. La Vic. Vic would have a bouncer.
La Vic's was the most hood taqueria ever. Like you could just walk by and count to 10 and someone's getting beat up inside or outside.
Especially at 2 a.m.
At
2 a.m.
Man, it's always crazy because they're like neither stumbling out of Spearmint Rhino, which is a great place. I love that place. You know what I mean? And
where's that at?
Okay, Marcos, remember the old bank? It was on Santa Clara and like Market. There was an old bank. Okay. It's been there for years, like a historic monument.
Oh yeah. It got turned into a club, right?
It got turned into a strip club.
Oh shit! Really?
It has 2 levels. It has 2 levels.
Spearmint Rhino. Yeah, it was nice. You can go in there, get some stripper glitter on you. You know what I mean?
Have
a good time. It was cool.
That was an old bank.
Yeah, you definitely tell it was it was something important.
There was a few places like after I checked out, there was a couple clubs that popped up that weren't there. Like when you even say San Pedro Square, like like I said, I worked down there and it was like busy for Sharks games, but then beyond that, there wasn't. Now it's like I guess like bars that are popping and stuff, so it's weird how it kind of like shifted, but I mean it just is what it is. Like things grow. But
here's the thing: is it ever going to go back to that?
Well, I don't,
because the pandemic.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Going out, how are like younger people going to live this fantasy world we lived? Or is it never going to happen again?
I mean I feel like it's all going to bounce back, maybe with more caution, but like the Sharks games, like he was just saying, you and me would stand at the door and we'd watch TV. Okay, game just ended. And we'd walk out and we look down the street.
Oh, and the moss.
And it was kind of intimidating.
Hundreds of people,
thousands of people would just be pouring down the street. Me and Rob are standing there like,
holy fuck.
Trying to get him in,
we're trying to get him in, but we're trying to cycle them out at the same time.
Right.
So, like if you come in like this, like trying to hand us your ID, like, hey man, you gotta take that shit down the street.
Right,
so it was a lot of pressure because when you have thousands of people barreling towards you, and it's me and Rob.
But the manager, long hair, he wanted them in.
Yeah,
make that money.
Well,
they
want
kind of going against
safety and like
it's going against the grain. Like he wants to keep this place safe. He won't let all these damn people in here. But the people you let in, you're gonna have us kick out 20 minutes later.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah.
How much are you paying us? Like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever gonna go back to that.
No. It can't, I mean, I hope so. But I mean, just to touch on the whole shark rush. Like I used to work so before the games, they like the whole Tide House. It was a big fucking space, and it would just get slammed instantly. So you'd have like your section would just be full, and so you're like running, and everyone's like, "Give me shots and beers." And so I could definitely understand that like after party where everyone's just like, "Fuck it, well, yeah, we're still good," but it's like fucking 6 hours of drinking, and then they're like,
that's why downtown needed that, because people would pre-game, go to the game, and especially if they won, then they'd be excited and come drink more.
Well, it keeps the city going too, because during the summer there ain't shit. There's like a concert, probably like
a jazz festival.
Yeah, like once or twice a month, but that's it. So it's like the hockey season where it's just fucking slammed. Yeah. But I mean, the summer too, though, it's popping though. It's popping for like the little bars just because it's hot and it's girls wear less, but yeah, the Sharks is just like fucking madness.
I definitely agree. I feel like the Sharks definitely kept downtown San Jose alive and money flowing in. You know what I mean? Because the bar we were at definitely didn't have a problem making a few grand in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it was the Sharks games definitely kept money flowing in, kept the nightlife good.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And there was people that would come in 2 hours before the Sharks game, drink, go to the Sharks game and drink, come back to the bar after the Sharks game and would stay there till last call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it was like an 8-hour event.
I'd be dead. Dead.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd be in the hospital. They would be barely,
Yeah, and they'd pour themselves out of there and be back for the next freaking, you know what I mean? And we had some pretty big events there. What was the football dude we had there? Yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah, it was a defensive tackle. I forget.
Yeah, we had Keith Millard.
Keith Millard.
Yeah, we had him in there.
Good memory.
We had, and then one time we had 4 Sharks players in there at one time.
Oh, dope.
And I remember, boss walked up to me. He's like, "Your job is to follow that guy, and this is who that guy is." And I was like, "This."
Or who was this big name Sharks guy? He left.
Thornton
or somebody. Yeah, he came.
Burns.
He got traded, but then they played the Sharks, and then he came in the bar after the game. I think that was that night. We had to like clear the way for this guy. I should know his name.
Oh, so you guys were like the part of the entourage, like making sure like fucking people.
Literally. Sonny told me, he was like, "Man, don't let anyone run up on him, or don't let people bother him. He's all let him eat, let him drink." He said if he wants to take pictures, he'll be like, "Hey, go ahead, I'll take a picture with you." You know what I mean? And they were cool. They weren't cocky or no assholes about it. Like,
no, they were cool.
People come up, "Hey, man, can I get a picture?" Like, they were all cool with it. And, let it happen. But there was a couple people that would like walk up and like stick their camera in his face. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, get like, don't do that. You know what I mean?
How about the broadcaster guys? Those guys thought they were pimps.
Those guys, I couldn't stand those guys. The big ass cameras.
Yeah.
Which guys were those? Were the ones that are on the TV, or the
those guys would come in, and the other broadcasters come in, and they would think they were hot shit. The broadcasters.
Yeah, they walk into those big ass cameras on the Viking pregame route. We had literally it was the Vikings versus Niners, right?
Yeah, it was a playoff game. Yeah,
we hosted a Vikings rally instead of a Niners rally. So
it's all money. It's all money.
It is all money,
it's
and
all money.
It makes perfect sense when it comes down, to the money. But we had all these. We're at capacity, over capacity. Okay, people literally waiting outside in lines. And me, Rob, and 3 other guys are in there, and these dudes walk around with these big ass cameras and would just stir shit up. That's what they did. They're like, but everyone starts screaming. I'm like, can we not do that? Like, can we not everyone start screaming right now? There's liquor flying up in the air and people drinking. Do you remember that one dude in there that had that big ass like horn?
Oh yeah.
He was like the Vikings helmet. He was like drinking out of it. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I was on the news like 3 times. I was like, oh, this is wild.
You get desensitized when you work at a bar. Like,
really.
Everybody's having a good time. And we're just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, we were miserable as fuck. The only excitement we had was like, really. I mean, I wouldn't even say when there was a fight, but that's when like we'd sit there and we'd be like, man, this sucks. But the second some shit kicked off, well, we were on it.
Your heart,
we were on it. You know what I mean? Your heart's pounding because we've been in some sketchy situations. You know, there's been some shit that got pulled out and people, you know, really going the extra mile to fight. And yeah, there's been a couple situations I'm like, this ain't gonna end good.
You know what else though too? You know what else was weird is sometimes you get desensitized to women.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like a hot chick is just like girl.
But that's
like this girl came in the bar and everybody's like, oh, she's so hot, and people would like regulars would be like nudging you, like, oh, check her out, man. And it's just like, I'm here all night. I'll be here tomorrow. It's like, it's weird. It's psychologically, it's not like Hornyville.
Yeah,
like it
really
should
not.
be. Like if I went out tonight, it'd probably be Hornyville, right?
Yeah, straight up. I'm just saying, man, that old rooftop, man. I've done some shit on that rooftop. You know what I mean? But tell them about that time, the walkie-talkie breathalyzer.
Oh yeah, that was an old trick.
What is that?
This lady.
It's the old trick, like, you know, we have the walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah,
the antenna stem.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, we can't let you back in. She's like, no, I'm okay. And we'd be like, we'd hold the stem of the walkie-talkie and say, blow into this breathalyzer. And if it reads you're okay, you can come in. And sure enough, girls would.
Yeah, Rob actually
would blow into the walkie-talkie stem, dirty as shit.
Oh yeah.
Probably be on my fucking. Oh my God.
Yeah, Rob.
On my skin.
It was his idea. We were standing at the door, and there was this couple in there. The husband was still inside. She was outside, and Rob was like, "Hey, man, like, see if she'll use the walkie-talkie as a breathalyzer." I'm like, "What kind of shit?" I was like, "What kind of shit are you on right now, Rob?" Like,
it's an old bouncer trick.
And he sat there. He's like, "I'll record it." I'm like, "Okay,
I'll record it. Where's the video?
Why not?" And he sat there, and I was like, "Hey, man, you got to take this breathalyzer. So, like, you need to blow in this." And Rob's just sitting there laughing with the camera in her face. And she didn't even see Rob standing there recording. And she blows in it. And she was like, I looked at him like, "Oh, you got to do it again." And she did it again. And I sat there, and I was like, "Do you know what this is?" She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's a walkie-talkie. That's how drunk you are. You're not coming back." Like, my husband's in there. Trick, yeah, my husband's in there. I'm like, well, we'll tell him to head on out too. It was a time, let me tell you.
That's some shit I would fall for, but it would be like a cop, and it'd be like, yeah, get in this back seat. See how you fit in my back seat. I'd be like, all right.
Oh my God. Good times.
Definitely.
Yeah. But now you're just a normal guy.
Yeah, now I'm doing underground pipeline with my old man. Doing sewer, water, gas, electric.
Look at, he's a normal guy now, Mark.
That's cool.
Yeah. I've been doing that since I was a kid with him off and on since I was like 10. So I like to think I'm in the process of taking over the family business. That shit is not easy. You know what I mean? Dealing with water mains, sewer mains, gas mains.
Yeah.
So we're all over the South Bay, and I got my landscaping company going on.
Damn, bro, that's hustle. That's
is.
Dope.
Yeah.
I got that going on. I got my little weed operation going on. Nothing illegal. You know what I mean? I stay within my limits at each house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got that. I got that going on, and it's cool. It brings me some extra money. So I'm just I'm saving as much money as I can to get out of Santa Clara and try to go up north. So
yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I have a coworker that's from Redding. She's really cool people. I think there's probably like pretty cool community. The one thing I always forget about that area is like it's pretty far. It's like 5 hours probably, right? From San Jose. It's like 4 hours from the city, so it's probably an extra hour. Yeah. But it gets hot up there too, which which you're maybe good for or not, but
man, but working like we're like you're familiar down here, so like Saratoga.
Oh yeah,
like those mountains in Saratoga.
Yeah,
we work all the way at the top of those.
Oh shit!
It's
okay.
Summertime, and it's just dry, no wind, sun beating down on you. Last summer I was in Watsonville last summer.
Oh, that's hot as fuck.
Doing a huge ass project, and man, it was just like 102, 103 out there in the worst days, and we're literally sitting there with shovels for hours digging.
Wow,
damn,
digging,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there comes a point to where you can. My dad always told me growing up, it's a mental thing. Block it out. Yeah. Literally just block it out. Because you sit there like, oh, I'm hot, you're going to be miserable all day.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes drinking water all day doesn't help you when it's that hot. You know what I mean? It just literally like drags you down. You got a stomach full of water, you know what I mean? You're miserable all damn day. So
it's almost like you got to
block it out.
Yeah, you almost got to have like the full wardrobe too. I remember like we went I don't know if it was summer, but we went down to like I don't forget if it was Arizona, but like like the construction workers are outside, but they're all fucking all white, and they got the fucking long things to drape over their face and their neck. I mean, people are they're not, we're not necessarily built for it, but we fucking figure it out. But so let's try to end this maybe by I always like to do a little cheesy advice segments.
Yeah.
So let me
This
see.
is the perfect guy right here. Some relationship love advice.
I got to get rid of a cat. How do I get rid of a cat? So this is actually real life right now. I got to get rid of my cat.
This is real life.
Yeah. How do you get rid of your cat? How do you get rid of a cat? Okay, let me go back though.
That's a good one. Like you can't have your cat at your apartment or something.
Yeah, like this one in our case is basically these cats. We got them as kittens, like because our other cat died. I think some coyote got it or some. It was like a horrific death. And then so then we got well, because when we lived in the Bay, the cat would always get in fights. So you start to you start to memorize that sound, right? It was like
yeah.
And so then when we moved up here, like we were letting it outside, it would like go hunt and then it wouldn't come back necessarily all the time, but it would just go in this little garden area. And then like at 2 a.m, I hear like the similar sound, but then more of a pace thing. It's like like not a bark, but like a and you hear it like trail off. So I was like, fuck, like, and so then like I gave it like a few minutes, like kind of serious, like kind of scared, like if I go out there, am I gonna have to fight like a fucking wild animal? So then after that, I went out there, I started calling, I didn't hear it. So then like the next day I go like fucking all in this area and couldn't find it. So I was like, God damn it, like something got that.
How do you get rid of a cat?
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't mean like kill it, but like, how do you try to?
Go ahead.
Do you try to pawn it off first, or do you try to like go to the fucking adoption agency? Like, what do you do?
One, if you take it to the pound, they're just gonna kill that little fucker, and it's just not gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I've done, I had 2 cats. My dumbass friend gave me a cat. I didn't want the thing. He literally just left it in my house. So they have like those really big apartment complexes with like maybe like 2,000 units in it.
Yeah.
Like they're just massive, like the Woods in San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Go in the middle and put the damn cat on the ground and walk away.
Yeah,
okay?
somebody will get it.
There's some kid that'll be like, oh my God. And the parents will be like, oh fuck, I guess you can have a cat. You know what I mean?
Take off the collar though. Take off the collar.
There's gonna be some old lady that'll be like, oh, open arms. You know what I mean? Come in here. That cat will be fine. Cats are survivors, man. I've never seen like a mangy looking starving cat, to be honest with you. Like they eat anything. Mice. And they're hunters, man. They will survive. A dog, I wouldn't do that with. It's a little more a little bit more deeper. But I mean, I don't want to discriminate.
That's a great idea, right in the middle of a nice apartment.
A big apartment complex, man. And there's plenty of food around there, man. Them cats, they'll be fine. Dog, I definitely would want to give to like someone that would want them, you know what I mean? But cat, apartment complex, walk away, try not to cry, don't look back, you know what I mean? And just let it go.
I like it. That's kind of hard.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that, but I like your advice. I'm a
Hey,
so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do then? Tell me.
Honestly, we're gonna try to probably give him to my mother-in-law first.
Oh, okay.
Because she wants this car we have, and like they don't have
a car and a cat. It's a combo.
Yeah. You want this car? You don't have the money to buy the car. You got to take these fucking cats. And she's a cat person anyway. Like years ago, I remember staying over their house, and in the morning, like you go to the kitchen to get coffee, and her husband was like feeding the cats, and she had so many cats. There was just like this fucking all those Shark Tank people coming towards you guys. It was all cats. It was like, and they're on the counter and they're everywhere. So now she doesn't have that many cats, but now it's like a good time to be like, hey, you want like 2 more cats? And she's like,
why not? I already got 30.
I know. 32. Hey, I didn't get many, but I got a good relationship question. Remember I asked it online?
Okay, yeah, I got one. Okay, I found one too, but go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, so you go first.
Jack Sparrow's 209.
Okay.
I think we're big in the valley. Jack Sparrow's 209. Last time it was like Single Mama 209.
That might be my uncle.
Jack Sparrow's 209.
In Manteca.
We're big in Stockton. I think we're big in Stockton, like the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm 26. My girlfriend's 24. I'll get right to it. She has too many guy friends. What do I do?
Oh man,
that's a good question.
That's great. I got answers for everything. That's
Go for it. Hit us.
First of all, if your girlfriend has 90% sausage friends and 10% tuna, okay, That first of all, red flag. We need to have a party or a barbecue. You need to bring all your little guy friends over here, and I'm gonna analyze every single one of them.
Ooh.
Okay, and if they're just too friendly, you know what? You're for the streets. You can leave with one of them. Get your shit out.
So should the guy get rid of her? She
Yeah,
has too many. Yeah.
Well, you missed the first part. You got to analyze. You got to check it out first. You got to see. What
like
you're
if I see one like walking out, like put his arm around, let's take a picture and shit. Like, bro, you're about to get hit.
Yeah,
but that means something when girls have too many guy friends.
That does. That means it's a sausage fest, and she's been on more wieners than ketchup, and it's not something. You know what I mean? Like that's not no. I understand girls have guy friends.
Yeah, I hear you.
The majority of your friends are guys.
Yeah.
Neither.
Yeah.
That just tells me you're way too friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
true.
oh, you're just insecure. You're just insecure. No, there's something up with that. You know what I mean? Because I've talked to girls like, oh, my best friend. I have a couple, best friend guys, and we've had sex one time, but that was like years ago. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. I'm like, no, that's a problem.
Right.
But I'll be damned if I'm sitting in a house and like everyone like the two dudes in here plus me is fuck the same girl.
Right.
Like I'm not. It's not gonna. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah. There we go. Jack Sparrow's 209. Get rid of her.
I'm gonna throw a clip in here in post, but they had Steve Harvey talking about it. He's like, I think it was him. He's like, I don't have girlfriends. And they're like, basically guys have girlfriends or they're like waiting around to F them.
All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because, come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife and I don't really have female friends because look, okay. Let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're
most
guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way. And you tell this to a woman and it just blows her back. No, I have male friends. You have male friends because they know it can be nothing else right now. I'll tell you what, all your male friends, just ask them in a friendly way. If I wanted to date you, would you be okay with that? And watch the fireworks. Watch. I'm telling you.
So, it's like, it's kind of that's the other flip part of that is that the guys are like sitting there like hawks, just waiting for you to like fucking have some like breakup or not even a breakup, like a fight. And then they're like, quick to console. And so you're worried about your girl, but you got to worry about those fucking 10 other dudes around there that are like also straight like waiting to fucking
like vultures.
No, you're absolutely correct. Straight up. Cause I'm not going to lie. Hey, you know what? God, it's bad, but I got girlfriends going, oh my God, I've been such a douchebag. I just want to smoke some weed and get out of the house, and we end up fucking in my truck somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I agree 110%. It's just,
it's how the relationships work. We're scientifically bred to reproduce, so that's our mindset. For them,
I'm gonna go with that now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that. Straight up.
They're looking to nest and have a relationship, but when that all goes south, then they're gonna fucking succumb to our science first. So I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but it's just basically in short, 19 female, 20 male, and it's the guy talking. My girlfriend, a 4-year spontaneously got a face tattoo without talking to me. I am beginning to question our relationship. So with that said, if your girl goes out and gets a face tattoo out of the blue, and it could be cute without talking to you, is that cool? Is it fucking need a long conversation? I don't know necessarily if it's a breakup thing, unless it's like a fucking Mike Tyson tattoo. But,
go ahead. That's a good one.
Definitely. I mean, it depends I think personally how far you are in that relationship. You know what I mean? Because if I'm bringing you around my family and they see you normal, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden you got teardrops or a star, a freaking butterfly on your cheek, okay? Like they're gonna sit there and be like, oh, what is that? And then I'm gonna have to explain this, and now I'm rolling around with the hood chick that's got a tattoo on her face, so it looks like she's been to prison. You know what I mean? So
she might have fucked the tattoo artist
straight up. You know what I mean?
That's another problem.
Facts. You know what?
I'm
I'll
just
give you some
saying.
dick, give you a tattoo on your face.
Yeah,
Good deal. That
yeah,
sounds like a
yeah.
horrible deal to me, but hey, I'm sure, like I said, these girls hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. We'll take it.
Oh my
Anything
god.
we can get.
So here's a 23 female and a 25 male. So in short, the female, I need to talk to my partner about his weight. And she's saying recently I did some research and found out that 220 pounds is the maximum weight to skydive. So it has to do with skydiving.
Damn.
Not boning, but skydiving.
Yeah, he's over 280 pounds. So I think the skydiving, it sounds to me like the skydiving may be an excuse to try to make him lose some weight, because now you have a scenario now where you have to lose weight. But is there a weight, like we talked about earlier, like so maybe some of the bigger girls are down at times, which I'm down too. So I mean, you know what I mean? I'm cool. But is there ever a time when you got to kind of like holler at somebody and be like, oh shit, like this is kind of like, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship and you see like the weights change and all that stuff. Is there a time where you have to like put the brakes on and have to come to Jesus
That's
moment?
a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever, if I was got in a relationship with a woman that was like normal size or whatever I was attracted to at the time, and she got bigger. Yeah. I don't think I would have it in me. You know, I'm pretty cutthroat sometimes, but I don't think I could walk up to her and be like, hey, you know, looking a little thick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to cut down on the
it's like a wrestler.
Cupcakes,
you gotta cut some weight.
But I would try to like be sly, but I'm gonna start working out. You should work out with me. You know what I mean? Make it like it's good. So because if you just walk up to her like, hey, you're getting a little big, she gonna think you're a piece of shit, and you're gonna be sleeping outside. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's all jacked up. But I'd have to go into that situation a little sly. You know what I mean?
That's smart.
But you know what I mean? Big girls too, man. They warm in the middle of the night, and they usually got good jobs. So you might want to keep that. Keep that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the title for the podcast. Big girls got good jobs.
Straight up, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Yeah. I think like I said, I think the excuse of like we can't go on the ride at Great America. I mean, we've definitely done some things where, you know, if someone goes somewhere and then that's a thing, like the fucking strap doesn't fit over. Like that makes sense, but. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think I could really holler at somebody and just be like, I mean, unless it's terrible. Like we had an obese.
Terrible. Unless it's terrible.
You're terribly out of hand.
You're like, oh, dude.
At the fraternity house, we had a boarder. So like, you know, somebody who wasn't part of the fraternity, but he rented a room. And he was like an obese gentleman. Like, shout out to everybody that's, you know, we're not fat shaming or doing anything like that. But he was a big dude. And when he moved out, like, and then we had to get, like, he basically bounced. And then we had to get his shit out of there. There was like a lot of things that you can tell that weight was not fucking good for. Like the fucking room was like the worst smelling thing ever. I don't know if it was rotting food or, you know, God. We're having to clean it out and get rid of the mattress and all kinds of
cheeseburgers in his pillow. And
shit. They got TV shows on that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I think those shows like are pointing some shit out that you just kind of got to be cool. You know, like, all right, you know, there's some point you're going to have a heart attack fucking tomorrow if you're not, you know, checking your shit and being good. But all right. Well, anyways. What else, Rob? What else? You got anything else?
That's it. Yeah, this was. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Oh no, I got it all out.
You got it all
out. I'm sure I can think of some more in due time.
I'll tell one more story. I got one more story.
Okay.
It was. I think it was when we first met. I think you brought in some nice looking girl. It was kind of like your girlfriend. Some blonde girl. Look at him. Yeah. He's squirming.
Yeah.
And I said, I was being complimentary. I said, oh, that's a nice. Your girlfriend looks pretty nice. I like, you know. Well put together. And you said, hey Rob, if you ever want to hang out with her, just let me know.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is my kind of guy.
Hey, you know what?
I said, if you would have caught me 15 years ago, I would have took you up on that offer.
I don't know what it is.
But that was awesome. That was a good line. Man. And you were being honest. And I was like,
escorts love me. And I love escorts. You know what I mean? Just like,
no shame in that.
OPP. You know, ain't no fun the homies ain't no fun the homies can't get none.
You know, I could tell that story, and some people just think it's false.
It happens. You know, I love the working girls. They're down for a good time. They just want to drink, get dick, have a good time. Fuck it, let's go.
I think we got to end on that note.
Yeah, I mean, drink tokens right there.
Straight up.
I'm going to church
If you
after
didn't-
this to purify my soul.
Straight up. I got a Bible on my dash in my truck right now. I'm about to read that when I. It was horrible.
Oh man. Oh man. True
No, but
stories, man.
shout out to the escorts. I mean, if you want to,
Sex work
subscribe.
is real work, man. I'm telling you.
Sex work is
Oh,
real
I
work.
Sex
believe
work
it.
is real work.
That sounds.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got to get some. We got to have some ladies on here that do that, and they can share.
I got you. I can
How
have one
dirty?
of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Right there, there you go.
You just let me know. You just tap into my Instagram. I can have an arrangament of people here.
Yeah, my wife's gonna love that.
Yeah. Escort in
We'll
the
have to
garage.
sneak them back here. We're about to put them in a potato sack.
Straight up.
Sleeping bag
It'll be
over
fun. It'll be fun.
Thanks for coming on Too Tall. Drink Tokens, episode 11.
there. There it is, episode
There
11.
it is.
It went down in history.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because I ain't no joke.